You can't really see me, but we are literally just climbing the last bit of ridge line up to the top. It is a fog.
It's a bit warmer. Soak it in.
Good morning, team. And it is absolutely still morning. It's currently 2:45. We're sitting in the car park at ROYS Peak. So ROYS Peak track, as anyone and everyone knows who comes here to New Zealand, is one of, if not the most popular day walk in the country. It is a big 6-hour slog up to the top of a mountain and back down again. What's really popular here, and you'll see later on in the video how popular it is the sunrise viewing. So we've got to start walking at about 3 o'clock to get up to the top by sunrise at about 7:20. The first half of the video, for obvious reasons, is going to be pitch black. We've got our torches, but for the first little part until the sun starts coming up, there's not going to be a whole lot to see, which is actually a good thing. I did this walk a fair few years ago, and it's actually a saving grace doing the sunrise, simply because you beat the heat, and on top of that, you cannot see the track. This track is gnarly as heck. As you'll see on the way back down, we will film all the way back down, so yet again you get a good view as to obviously what we've just come up. But yeah, apart from that,
our legs are sore from yesterday.
Oh my god, this is like hell on earth, eh?
But we're loving life.
But yeah, right, anyway, we're going to get ourselves into it, get our bags packed, get on the track, start the 3-4 hour slog up. Pray for us.
So it's currently 11 minutes past 4. Been on the track for an hour and 16 minutes. And I don't know if the GoPro will quite pick it up. Turn your light off a minute though. In the distance you can see all these little lights going down the mountain. That is all the people walking up.
It's nuts.
Crazy, huh?
And you can't really see me, but we are literally just climbing the last bit of ridge line up to the top. It is a fog.
So cold. It's a strong ass coffee.
True, right? Alright, so we were at the top, absolutely packed, so we're going to make our way down to the ridge. Alright, so this is basically where this adventure starts, should we say. We've made our way up during the dark. We've got up to the top of the ridge line where the tower is and watched the sunset come up, sunrise come up. But obviously now that the light's here, we can show you exactly what to expect. So this here is the ridge line that goes up where that tower is. That there is where you obviously get the views over of the sunrise. As you can see, a lot of people make their way down a little bit further here to get the same views, but minus the crowds. As you would have seen the clips before, there is a lot of people up there. Also, this is a really good chance now, because you can't see it when you start it, to get a really good view over the track and the way that it winds all the way down to the car park, which is literally right down there. The views are absolutely stunning, absolutely incredible, and it's worth it.
Is it?
It is a beautiful walk. It is, I mean, it's a beautiful view. It's a terrible walk. It is seriously hard. One thing to take into consideration, I've done this walk in the middle of winter. I've now done this walk here in summer. At the top, it is absolutely bone-chillingly freezing. Lauren has been shaking the entire time. So have I. I've got gloves on, but my joints are still in pieces. It is absolutely freezing up at the top.
I wasn't expecting it to be that cold.
Yeah.
Not in summer.
It is freezing. You can walk up, and you know, as you get higher in elevation, you tend to kind of put a hoodie on. Even with me, you're sweating. But as soon as you hit this top ridge line to the top, it is freezing. So make sure you bring beanies, gloves, 2-3 layers.
We saw someone with a sleeping bag. Bring a sleeping bag.
It makes the top a lot more enjoyable. But obviously the point now, we're kind of doing things in reverse. We're now going to go back down on the track, to which we'll show you exactly what the track conditions are like, the views on the way down and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, we're kind of doing the video in reverse because we started in the dark. This is literally the only way to do this walk. Start early in the morning, go down as the sun's coming up.
Yep.
All right, let's go. So, like always on our channel, we share the good, the bad, the ugly. We did see our last week's video. We did obviously Rob Roy Glacier, which was 4+ kilometers, well 8 kilometers in total of just uphill, which was gnarly. We've both suffered big time. We did that yesterday. I got really bad heat stroke. We basically finished the track at about 4 p.m. and I was lying in the bed of our accommodation with a thing over my head, shaking. It was bloody awful. So to be able to do this trek is a bit of a bridge too far. And as you can see, Lauren isn't her usual chirpy self. The bloody knee's gone. She can feel fluid.
Yeah.
She can feel fluid in her knee. And she's got a couple blisters as well. So she's in the.
But we're still smiling, right?
She's in the wars, but it is a lot nicer going down than it was going up.
And it's still worth it. It's
Yeah.
still worth it.
It is a horrible walk.
Do it once, get the photos,
And
and
if
you
you,
have to do it again.
yeah, if you find anyone that goes, oh, I love Roy's Peak, I'll do it all the time.
They lie.
Bullshit. It is a 4-hour slog uphill, pitch black, just incline after incline. But when you get to the top, it's worth it. And on the way down, we now get all the views. Still early as hell in the morning. Breathtaking photos.
It's a bit warmer. Soak it in.
Making our way down here, all the way along, zigzagging over to that famous Instagram spot, which will take you to, all the way down to the car park down the far side. So this section that we're on now, hard to get scale, but you can see it behind me. And you can see Lauren clambering down now in the dark. This is one of the worst parts. So it goes from this corner up, all the way up, all the way up, and then from there it just kind of cuts in to that gnarly piece that goes up into the corner. She's keen. So before we actually get down there, I thought we'd mention this little section that we're about to come to, where you can see these people. This little walk here out to the tip, that there is where all the Instagram photos are taken. Those famous Roy's Peak Instagram photos is not taken at the top, it's taken at this point, to which they've even got a little sign down here that says a viewpoint. That's where all the photos are taken from. All the way up there is where we started. 20 minutes later, we're all the way back down here. Seriously, from that viewpoint that we were just at, the old Instagram viewpoint in those toilets, it would have taken us about an hour.
Yeah.
About an hour to get from there up to that top, and in 20 minutes we're past the same point.
It did say on the sign 30 minutes. Definitely give yourself longer.
Yeah.
It's so steep and so dangerous. If you fall off that,
Yeah.
you are gone.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
It is one of those things that if you're doing this in the dark, it is a ridge line. It's exactly what it says. It's a thin little strip with sheer drops on either side. So when you get to that viewpoint back there with that toilet and all that stuff, when you see that sign, know that for the next 500 plus meters, you've got a big scramble ahead. So take your time. Then it kind of goes around the corner, and then there's a kind of even bigger one up to the top ridge line. So just take it easy. Still just making our way down. As you can see, some layers will come off. Warms up very quickly when you've got the sun blasting on you. That's one thing as well about this track. So now's a really good time to say it. You don't want to do this track too late in the afternoon. There is not one shady spot on this entire mountainside. It is literally just a windy gravel track that goes all the way up to that station up at the top. So if you were to do this in the heat of the afternoon, you would get sunburnt to shit, dehydrated as hell. So yeah, choose your battles, eh? It's why so many people, and you can kind of see it now looking around, there is massive amount of traffic going down and only a few coming up, because everyone gets on the same buzz with this one here. And when we entered, we were one of five cars in the car park. Looking down the far side now, and we'll show you when we get there, there are hundreds spilling out of the car parks and parking down the roads. So yet again, do this track early in the morning. You can't see the terror that's bloody ahead of you. You beat the heat and all that kind of other stuff as well. So
I reckon there was probably a couple of hundred people up there.
Easy.
And that's no exaggeration. There was a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
Kind of, overwhelming because you're trying to get a nice photo.
Yeah. I tried setting a time lapse up and everyone just kept standing in the way.
So yeah, sometimes it's best to move away from, like, obviously the really popular spots, like the very, very top, which we went to. We watched the sunrise, but then we're like, actually, there's so many people, let's move on.
Yeah.
And got amazing views.
Yeah, there's up at the top of that ridge, there is loads of different spots where you can get views. Everyone just kind of floats around that like weather station thing at the top. If you move away on the ridge lines, there's equally as good views, but with no crowds. So yet again, if you're a photographer or a videographer or something and you need that room to basically get your clips or your photos, move away from the crowds.
So I always wear my handy watch on these walks to track my heart rate and all that sort of stuff. So far we've done 18,570 steps.
Hey guys.
And it is 8:15 in the morning.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so yet again, just going to do a checkup of distances. Right down the bottom there is the car park. It's super far away. However, we've just reached a point. If I turn the camera around, right the way up there is that top point where you finish. So we have gone all the way down here, round here, down, 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 down. Here, goes round the corner, winds down here, goes up round the corner, over here a wee bit, before looping down, back to the car park.
Level of elevation on this track is insane.
It's a must-do track. Must do once, because it sucks. As we continue to make our way down, forgot to notice just how beautiful the views are over Wanaka. Really good opportunity to get some breathtaking photos. And now, as you can see, the sun shining on them, it looks amazing. So a little word to the ROYS as well. You can kind of make them out when it's dark. However, when it's light again, these little cut throughs, so as you can see where Lauren's starting to make your way around, that's the actual track. However, these cut through can cut the whole corners out, so they are worth taking. I wish you could actually see them in the dark. Often, so this morning when we were doing it, we were shining the torches and then we saw these bits go off like into the bush, and we thought, oh, we better not go down those, we don't know where they lead. Now the lights are turned on, we can see the little shortcuts, so
God damn it.
Yeah, god damn it. Oh my god, the one piece of flat.
I don't remember this going up though.
Oh my god.
It obviously doesn't last for very long.
Just taking the pressure off the knees. I'm sure we sound like a couple of old buggers, but holy shit, man.
It's hard on the knees. Very hard.
And obviously doing this after doing Rob Roy as well, just a big fucking mistake. There'll be people out there that'll look at this and go, ha, get your time up, get your hours up, you two. You know, because you guys will be doing that every bloody weekend. Good on you. Maybe one day we'll get there. But till then, just your average Joe's doing this shit, and oh my god, it hurts. Even though I said it once before, starting this in the morning before the sun comes up is definitely the way to do it. I don't remember any of this track, and now the lights are on, you can just see the expanse and how long this is. How long is this track? It's like 16k.
16 kilometres, yeah.
8 kilometres up there, 8 kilometres back. And in the dark, yeah, it's hard. It just keeps going up and up and up. Round corners, goes up and up and up. But now the lights are on, you get a good view over the whole thing. You can see the sheer scale of this. And
16k's on a flat walk is long.
Yeah.
16k's up and down.
It's hard as. But you can see, and we'll obviously go all the way down to the car park. You'll see why this is literally New Zealand's top day walk. Very, very popular walk. And the cars will show that. And the volumes of people on the track show that. Car park is so close. It is right there.
Look at the extent of the cars parked down the road.
It is seriously congested down there. Oh my god. That's actually disgusting, eh? I wish I had the other camera with the zoom lens all the way up there.
I still can't fathom that it was that far away. Like,
yeah,
the elevation is so big.
It's actually a crazy walk. Super boring. However, it's one of those walks that the rewards are worth it at the very top, and the walk down now, even though we're old as shit and our knees hurt, the views are beautiful, and to do it in the morning is a really good way to start the day. I couldn't think of anything worse starting it now, but it is what it is. But when you look back on the track, and you can see in the distance these ants going all the way up to the top, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, we're so close, thank God. Never wanted food more in my life than to sit down. Lucky we've got like a 5.5 hour drive home. Lucky. Oh. Is it lucky or is it not? We did it!
It's done. Son.
Never again.
We're literally 2 minutes away from the end. Lauren goes, ow, what the f***? Something's just zapped her straight on the head.
It's like a bee sting.
Oh my god, thank
I've been so happy to see the car.
Alright, and just like that, 7 hours later, back where we started. Change your clothes, change your colour.
9:30 in the morning.
9:30 in the morning. So,
and 25,216 steps later.
Jesus Christ. Right, so overall, the walk itself, the rewards are worth the grunt up there. We are super glad that we did it early in the morning. For all the poor buggers that are walking up now, yet again psychologically looking at the track and just actually being able to see your way up and knowing how far you've got. We didn't have that in the morning because we couldn't see anything. Sunrise was absolutely beautiful. The walk down was beautiful. It was really taxing on the body, but yet again, we're done. It's been a massive walk that we tick off and probably will never do again.
Nope.
If you guys are ever thinking about doing this, like always, make sure that you watch this video and kind of see what to expect to make the decision if you can do it yourself. Any closing?
I'd recommend do it.
Yeah.
Do it. It's challenging, but like to say you've done something like that is a super cool achievement.
Yeah, it is. It's a really big achievement.
Take your time. There's no rush. There's no race. unless you are wanting to get there for sunrise, if that's the case, do what we did, give yourself a little bit more time. We surprised ourselves.
Yeah, 100%.
I thought it was going to take us longer, but...
Well, anyway, that being said, we're in the car. We've now got 5.5 hours drive back to Christchurch. So we're gonna go get some food, go rehydrate again. Apart from that, thanks heaps as always for watching this this ROYS Peak. Thanks heaps for watching this ROYS Peak episode. Hope you enjoyed it, learnt something. Like always, share, like, subscribe these videos if you enjoy them. Throw us a comment, get to know us. We'd love to meet you guys on the tracks or online. That being said, until the next one, eh?